Bendeke. Story chimusajja. Ndi bubi, tsompe coverage. Big fight night.
Big fight night.
Hey,
Okay. Anti. Katumalirize wano. Ndaba wewe.
Ugenda kumpewe? Tugenda ffenna kumpewe.
That's a look at some of the big stories this week. Have a wonderful weekend.
That was the news on 88.2 Sanyu FM.
Sanyu FM. I'm also privileged to be sharing a studio with Omari.
Wow.
Omari, you're a sports journalist.
Turned
into sports promoter.
I know. And he's going to be telling us more about the promotion and stuff.
Big fight night.
I think it's a very good venture for him.
Okay.
And it's a road that I know some sports journalists would want to take. But at the moment, you're privileged to have taken it, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Well, of course, I could say that and much more. Mario is going to be part of our discussion. We have news coming out of cricket. The cricket cranes have a big one happening today. Actually, two big ones happening today. We have news coming out of the Tusker Multi Ghana Ladies Golf Open in Entebbe. Irene Nakalembe has history written all over her if she can go out there and hold on to that pressure. We shall also be looking at the She Cranes. Yes, recently they finished number 2 on the African continent. What does this mean for them in the future? We have boxers and their leaders at loggerheads, and that's something that Shaban has been following closely. You'll be filling us in, and of course, the big night fight, an event that was launched a few days ago, and Mario will be telling us all about it today on the show. But Shaban, starting with you, the Uganda Premier League did return. Games played yesterday. Waxo Giants humbling Toro United at the Kabaka Chabab with 3-0. And then you had Gaddafi beating Arua Hill at the Gaddafi Arena 1-0. Mbara City losing to Vipers 2-1. Then you have Abusoga United and the Bright Stars are playing to Barendro. The first time Bright Stars were keeping a clean sheet this season. Then you had KCCFC playing against UPDF and winning that one. Charles Neymar coming off the bench to score a bracer for KCFC. I don't know which one of those games caught your attention yesterday.
I was in Wakiso watching Wakiso Giants. Is past. Toro
Was
United.
that easy?
Yeah, it was that easy because they scored early in the first minute. Taita Sematimba continuing his decent scoring form ever since he joined the club. But before the game, there was some disorganization on the side of Toro.
Yeah, actually, the game started late. Why?
Yeah, the game started late because the entire technical team of Toro United did not have bench permits.
They didn't have licenses. They weren't clear to sit on the
definitely, and they tried to negotiate with the match officials. Unfortunately, Dennis Bate, retired referee and an assessor, stood his ground and said the match cannot kick off with you guys seated in the technical area without bench permits. And
who's the coach of Toro United? Edward Golola. Bengo.
Bengo wasn't on the technical team, but there was Edward Golola and Richard Makumbi, who I understand is part of the technical team at the moment. I don't know, but he was at the ground and he was in the technical area. But I understand he resigned at Nyamicho Bora.
He signed up with another big league team. But let's go for British Shabbat. When we return, you will give us more of what has started before the game kicked off.
Life doesn't stop, so you
Wangani coming off the bench. UPDF had gotten the lead early in the first half. 4 minutes, Frankie gave them the lead, and they held on to it like their lives depended on it. At some stage, you thought, I was actually doing my thought at update, and then I was like, it would be a miracle if KCFC walked away with a point. But of course, a table stand, Moleyewa, so brought in Langa, brought in Musafa, Musafa was considered name Arafat, and they just disorganized Six-Toreka and Bernard Mwanga in the UPDF backline. And before you know it, they get that equalizer decent cross from Hamatachai. And that's when the fourth official indicated 3 minutes of time. And they pushed for the winner. They eventually got it. And the celebrations.
Did you just see you celebrate?
but what I picture from the result, of course, I wasn't there. I was in Makiso, but that was a test of character. And KCCA's character has been tested twice in the last 2 games because they went down against Bright Stars.
Exactly.
And usually, lately, teams that go down against Bright Stars in Kavumba always lose. But somehow they grinded out a result and picked a point, which I think may be so integral in the run into the title come May. But then, when I was looking at the results, I think I saw it was 85 minutes and KCC was trailing. In my mind, I said, okay, this is a game they are going to lose at Lugogo because they don't usually lose many at Lugogo.
They lose a few.
But them grinding out a result in terms of a victory has to send signals to everyone who's trying to take them off the top of the table that we're not going to be this easy to take off the top, because it is rare in Ugandan football where a team trails for 85 minutes and then eventually
I've been trying to find out the last time they trailed and came back on again, and I'm still
it's been a while.
I'm also looking for a Ugandan side that trailed by 85 minutes
and comes back
and then came back and win. Because some eventually draw, but winning is not easy. That's why I say it is a signal and a statement of intent that KCC is sending out to everyone. But again, they are supposed to be concerned because they have gone behind twice in the last 2 games. The next time it happens, they may end up losing.
They might lose, yes.
So I trust Molebi Kwaso has the expertise probably to make sure that it doesn't happen again, because I think KCC have the second best defenders, central defenders in the league at the moment. I think behind Express FC, of course. That's what I think. And I hate the Vipers.
What's the pay again?
We remember they have a certain Geoffrey Waswa who was sitting.
No, we are talking about the pair
the pair that started. It is Guma Revita and Dennis Guma. For Express, it is Isalumu and Murshid Juko. And ideally for Vipers, although it has not been a pair for a while, and I think because of Halidwali was consistent,
it should be Halidwali one
and Livingston Mulondo. So I think SCC has likely.
I would still pick the because of their abilities as first of all as footballers, but second as
but driving my point home, Clive, I think they have the personnel who can make sure that this team doesn't go behind before we score. In the centre backs they have, and Molebi Kwaso, I think it's something that Molebi Kwaso will look to address.
Let's go to breather. When we return, look at the games that are going to be played today. The biggest one of them all is Express and Vida, and on the line we shall be joined by Mr. Peter Tabo, the head of communications at Express Football Club.
You ready for this weekend?
And Bosco Mario, like we did say before we went up for that bit, I would say we shall be looking at extras. But before we go into the game proper, we are joined online by Mr. Peter Tabo, Mamelodi, man in charge of communications at Express Football Club. Peter, good morning.
Good morning, Clive. Good morning, everyone listening to 88.2 Sanyu FM. Good morning, Omario and Shaban Omega.
You have to emphasize that. Shaban was asking where Express were having a breakfast from because of the images that have been making rounds. People eating junk somewhere 2 days to the game. So it's just trying to get at you.
I don't know, Shaban should be familiar with the story that the day that Mama eats a dog, that's the headline that is made, but the other way around, it's not the headline. My point is, we can have breakfast at all as I did, but when I want to make yourself.
Yes, Peter, the game is on today. The biggest game should be in Ugandan football. And of course, we still under a lockdown and stuff like that. What is the arrangement like for whoever who wants to come to work again today?
Yeah, it's definitely a very tricky situation because everyone will want to come and watch the derby. But because of the restrictions, people have to know that we are still following the SOPs and we are still following the figures that FIFA told every club in this country. We need to have 200 fans in that stadium, well spaced. Most of those should actually be season ticket holders. So it's not any different from the usual game. It's just that this is a derby. And it has attracted a lot of attention and people want to come to our home.
Then the other question one would want to ask. Yesterday we saw a letter making rounds. Your head coach, Mr. Wasambosa, still had issues to settle with FIFA when it comes to fines. The money was supposed to pay a few days ago, 2 million Ghana shillings for the suspension he got earlier on. And he hadn't, and FIFA were telling him that yesterday was the deadline because they had money to be paid, and that meant that he wouldn't be available for the game today. Would love you to confirm whether Wasambosa is available today or he's not yet available as per the letter that FIFA wrote to him yesterday.
Yes, I can officially confirm that the head coach of Wasambosa will be available on the touchline. As far as we know as a club, the money has been paid to the FIFA account and we don't have any other balance. So we expect that the head coach should be on the touchline today without any hindrance.
Okay, as we let you go, probably, what should anyone expect from the biggest game in Ghana football? Those who are going to come to Wankulukuku, but also those who will be watching on TV.
Yes, quickly, the number one, we are looking for our first home league victory because the two-hour game wins and drawn against Vipers home. So we're hoping to come from this one. Number two, there's a few changes in the team. Conferenceor is back from injury, so he's the captain. So you expect that with the 11, we do see going back to his right back position. The back line will have more Shibio and Bisamo. I know they're going more detail, but this
Well, Peter, thank you very much. How much is a match day ticket? How much is a match day ticket?
How much the ticket is at 50,000 and
50,000. Well, Shaban, going into the game itself, Sports Club Villa and a new management. I don't know whether that should reflect into their performance today. They won their first game against Police before they were, it's not that the right word, but what Giants at Kampala. One was the result. They're taking on an Express side that started poorly, losing their first 2 games, but then they recovered themselves up, and their last performance matters was a 2-0 draw against Vipers. I believe they will be a hard nut to crack for SCB.
Yeah, I think the Vipers game came before the Police victory, the 2-1 with Incarnate in the added on time. But going into the game proper, an indifferent start to the season for Sports Club Villa because they beat up on Police surprisingly 1-0, and then 23 first half minutes literally killed them against Wakiso because they were awful. That's the right word I should use. But I think it was just reality setting in for Petros and his staff, because the win against Police was not convincing. They should have been down by halftime, but somehow they kept themselves in the game and won it late. I think it was Marcel coming off the bench and scoring the winner. But they come up against an expert side that is supposed to be building confidence. Because after losing the first two games, they have collected 7 points from a possible 9 in their last 3, and that includes a spirited, or someone may call it a lucky draw against Vipers, a game that probably they should have played for the majority with 10 men. Had the match officials cited that handball by Atachi Gundu. But of course, Atachi Gundu is not going to be in the game as he completes his 2-match suspension. And it is a blow for them because he's their most established left back. They have a Sadiq Setembe who's yet to feature this season.
They have
Joseph
Akandana, who has been converted into
who was once converted into a left back. Of course, we know he has his limitations in number, but Villa is a new look side, youthful,
yeah.
and one that is trying to play football, which I think is dangerous when you go to a ground like Wankulukuku, where the home team
is actually not. Teams that play the way Villa play, the bigger the pitch than it.
But we have seen in the recent past that teams that go to Wankuluku and try to pass the ball are murdered by Express.
That's obvious.
Because of
the undoing is the inexperience.
That is also going to come into play. That is also going to come into play. And I think Villa, for the second season running, going to Wankulukuku, they literally have limited chances of picking up a point. Because before last season, they had made it a norm of somehow grinding out results against Express at Wankulukuku, but they lost last season 1-0, and I think they will have to play their hearts out in this one, try and stop Express from winning.
They're going to play defending champion.
Yeah, of course. They are playing a defending
champion.
In terms of experience and kind of exposure, I think the Express side has a better team. If you look at Villa, youthful Villa, and the coach, a new one, yes, of course, has a few things to implement. Yes, so with what Bossa on the bench of Express, you expect. I mean, the edge should be coming from the other side of Express. They're on the better side.
I actually believe, for me, experience will take that day.
And
experience is in one camp.
Clive, the return of Godfrey Rawa gives Wasa Bossa his ultimate shape for the team.
Exactly.
Because they have been struggling because he has been out. But him returning, we don't know the shape in which he's returning for this one. But make sure that Waswa Bossa has the right setup, that the setup that won him the league.
The league, yes,
with
exactly.
Martin Kiza, Godfrey Sigawa, and Eric Kambale up top. And that means he's going to be slotted back into the half-9 role. And the strikers in Walugembe and Senkaba, they sit out. Although it is hard for a coach to bench a Senkaba who came on and won him again. Police.
Yes.
So we'll be waiting to see.
On the same fixture, 12 hours ago, Paul Katabara, former SCB midfielder, the current national team coordinator, posted this, what the derby means. You have no idea. This fixture, Express versus
of course,
used to be war back in the time.
Yes,
typical. Then he says, I was once suspended by Sports Club in 1995 after I lost against Santana Rivals Express and Antigo Stadium. Amongst the accusations against me from fans and the administration in the information was that at the final whistle, I was in a conversation and smiling with Fred Tamale and Joseph Mutiaba, two of the leading stars of Express Club at the time. Omwana Tacha Atwagala, they went on. He even put on red anklets during the match. Then he says, I used to own a double festa pair of anklets, blue and red. The choice was mine as which color to turn up in, turn it over by match day stockings and during matches. On that day, I chose to make it red over my blue stockings. Accusations made against me were in the belief that I was deliberately underperforming during the 1995 season and didn't care to put in the usual effort and performance associated with myself, especially against the hated enemy. the Red Eagles. So that's how big the game is back in the day.
And by the way, it was the first game I ever watched in Uganda football. I think it was 1998 Express versus Villain.
What was your experience?
It was bloody.
Come on.
And my dad ended up literally throwing me over the fence for someone to catch me as the Express fans were throwing stones at the Villa fans. But over the years, we all know that two other sides have made more strides in terms of greatness, and these two clubs, they are no longer the best teams in Uganda, but the fans
they don't have
this
what
is the
Villa and
biggest
Express
game.
have.
Oh, definitely they don't, but they have made more strides in terms of winning championships and are putting themselves up there
They
amongst
still have a lot of work to do.
they still have a lot of work to do, especially Vipers. But for KCC, in terms of the silverware, they're up there with them, with the very best. That is in,
The credit you give Vipers today, by the way, is the fact that much as they are new in Uganda,
New
football,
club,
but they have a lot of things. They have done things like Express and Villa who have been, and KCC who have been around from the 60s and 70s have failed.
Okay.
And you'll just pick out one, having your own facility,
Yes.
a stadium that you call home.
and
That is something.
we all know that is all down
Because they got promoted in 2005, 2006.
Mm.
That is less than 20 years ago,
Mm.
but they have something to show. Express were part of the inaugural league
yeah.
back in 1964, 65.
I think to sum it all up,
KCCFC joined the league in the 60s also. Villa joined the league in the 70s. But today, they don't have anything to show. All they have are trophies, because even Sports Club, if you ask them, bring all your 16 trophies and show them to us.
I don't think
They don't have anything to show you. Everything is documented in archives.
but you could say
And these
like,
guys come just a few years ago, much as yes, they will sell for titles and all that, but they haven't been around for that long. But they'll tell you, we have what you should have had back then, and you don't have. And for me, the facility is good enough to probably put Vipers above anyone else.
you could say they have done the basic things right. We know they are not just basic in Uganda, because it's hard to own a stadium. But that is something that a football club should be owning. So
You
it
need
is
the home.
basic in terms of football,
The game itself.
and it's all down to the passion of the one
proprietor.
Lawrence Mulindwa. And for me, I tell people I'm privileged to be working in an era where one of the owners of the clubs is Lawrence Mulindwa. He does everything the way it's supposed to be done, except for the allegations that he goes into the technical. No. Trust me, I'm privileged to be serving
Okay,
at the time when Mulindwa is the president of the club.
would you say the same, Omari?
I think he's just implementing the basics. The basics of the
This
game.
is
I mean,
that failed at so many people before him.
yeah, what happens in most cases, this guy comes in the sport, like he has ambitions, like individual as him. There's something he wants to achieve. Like when you're an individual, you can easily achieve something than when you go as I'm the chairman. I mean, there's a group of people. You have to sit in a meeting, discuss. People have different agendas. So this guy comes in the sport with an agenda. Actually, for him, his agenda must have been, let me show these guys that I have something. Like I can come from literally nowhere and then
Like for instance,
I top up.
Somebody's attacking me for saying yes, the players are eating junk, and he says at the Rio Olympics, the most eaten meals were from McDonald's. So eating junk 2 days to a big football match shouldn't be making news. But before we talk the big night fight, Shaban, we have an issue going on in the Uganda Boxing Federation. The Uganda Boxing Federation introduced what they are calling the Champions League. It is going to be starting on the 4th of December. And in the near future, we shall be inviting the organizers to shed more light on this, because I believe it's a very, very good initiative. Boxers fighting against each other, advancing all the wonderful Olympic winners. But there are controversial issues around the Champions League. Uganda Boxing Federation wants all boxers who are going to be part of the Champions League to sign contracts with them. These boxers have clubs, which should literally be having. So by signing contracts with the Uganda Boxing Federation, you're literally becoming the property of the Uganda Boxing Federation. And that contract is for 4 years. But also in the contracts, the boxers cited a few gray areas here and there. The contracts, like we said, they are for 4 years. And in those 4 years, you sign over your image rights to Uganda Boxing Federation. they can use you in whatever way. They can use your image commercially in whatever way they want, and it is upon them to probably say where you call and stuff like that. The boxers should not turn pro without the consent of UPF. Somebody sees you and they feel you're ready, you should turn pro, you're right, and stuff like that. You need a permission from UPF to turn pro. But also in that contract, UPF should determine for the boxers which promotions company they should be joining. Or if an agent wants to sign, then UPF has to decide for them. So if for big night fights you want to sign Shadio Musa Awadi, UPF has to decide for Shadio Musa Awadi. And the only contractual obligation for the boxers in this document is that UPF can only support them when they have. So you will never know when they have, when they don't have. But also more information we got was like upon signing that 4-year contract, there's another confidentiality contract you sign that's actually it is between you, UBF, and Top Boy Promotions, which is also a promotions agency and all that. So a few boxers are saying, no, this shouldn't be happening. We are signing. Other boxers have actually gone on to sign. When we invited the president of the Uganda Boxing Federation to come and be part of this discussion and shed more light, he gave conditions. I just want to read what he said to me on a public forum. Shaban Muhammad. Shaban is also a member of that forum. He said, I have given you my terms to appear on your show. That is how it started. 1, following your plea that your posters, because he wanted a flyer. And before he comes, he wanted a flyer that announces his grand appearance on the show. Then said before the flyer, I told me your flyer comes out on Friday. I have extended your reservation on Friday at midnight. For me, this is where now he got it all wrong. I can't be on your show if Ate also you're gonna host a boxer. So in other words, he's saying he's coming and he wants to say whatever he wants to say, and the people who are listening to us shouldn't listen to what the boxers have to say. Yet all this is going on because of the boxers. Then he went to and he said, make sure to allow callers, as if we never stopped callers. So he's not here much as he was supposed to be here, but Shaban.
No, I'm very disappointed with everything that is going on between the federation and the boxers. But looking at it all, the one thing that is bothering everyone is money.
Yeah,
and
it's money.
When you look at the clauses in the contract, UBF literally wants to exploit these guys, and exploiting them wouldn't have been bad. But you have to appreciate the fact. You have to appreciate the fact that in the first place,
Exploitation is
it depends on the level of exploitation.
and exploitation is bad.
If you want to exploit them in the sense that you get something from the fact that probably have turned pro, it is okay, because when we go back, literally UPF is the one that makes these boxers, because literally makes them on top of their clubs also making them. But Mario, a second, UPF has to appreciate the fact that they are UPF because of the boxers.
Yes.
If they come out and say that there are clauses in a contract you want us to sign that we need amended or we have to talk about, you don't just push them away. You invite them, talk to them, you understand them, understand where they're coming from, and then make a decision. But a certain Mohanji, who's the UPF president,
the visionary UPF president,
he calls himself the visionary, and some people call him the visionary UPF president, wants to force these guys to sign whatever he comes up with, because he literally thinks he owns the game. And for me, it is sad, and that is how several federations are run in Uganda. And no one.
That's how several sports administrators treat athletes.
Definitely, you can call it that. But we have to appreciate the fact that these federations were here before us, and they're going to be here afterwards.
Yeah.
If you can't respect the people who make you, you're not going to respect anyone. So what I think, the Champions League is a very good initiative.
It's a very good initiative.
When you
yes.
look into it, it is something that will help the boxers keep on the top level in terms of
yes.
fitness, because it is going to run throughout the year, and it is going to help the nation that by the time these competitions start happening, like the college and other stuff, these boxers have been consistent in terms of what performance
Yes,
and matches. So it's going to help us all.
It's an experience for them.
But you appreciate that these guys are the ones who are going to be there, putting their livelihood in terms of health on the line to make sure that the federation keeps on moving ahead, and the nation, they fly the nation's flag high. So what I want Mohanje and his camp to do, call these guys. You talk to them. You listen to them. You hear what they have to say. You listen to the fact that they don't want some clauses in that
You
contract.
need to have
And you try to
ground where you
amend
both
them.
agree and move forward for the good.
Definitely, for the good of the sport. But if you sit in your office and you say, okay, if this one doesn't want to sign, I'm going to go with this one, you are literally trying to own the sport, yet you don't own it. That is that is my only concern.
Let's get the breather when Return Mario tells us all about the big night fight.
For this weekend's sports action, get your
Taka sounding
adrenaline.
Taka sounding rude. Taka sounding rude. Yobona abantu wanangu ninokusumbua.
The final bit of the show, Sports Unlimited show, Clive Kyazze is my name, Shaban Lubenga, together with Mario Bosco here. And before we have the break, Shaban was
On fire.
On fire. But Omano, big night fights. First of all, tell us what big night fights is all about.
Well-
and, are you signing contracts with these fighters?
Well,
Maybe big night fights first.
the big fight night is an initiative to. It's more of an event, and then it's going to be organized by BFN Promotions. BFN still stands for Big Fight Night. So we're here to promote fighters on a regular basis,
This is,
occasional
boxers and kickboxers.
boxers and kickboxers, even those who do what you call grappling and mixed martial arts. I mean, there's an ultimate goal that we're looking at. We want to have mixed martial arts in the country. However, mixed martial arts in the country is on a rare occasion. We don't have so much mixed martial art fighters. So we want to groom.
Is David Onama a mixed martial fighter?
He is the one who fights in the UFC. Yes, he is.
We're actually supposed to have him on the show. That's the issue of terms on that.
Yes. But in Uganda, mixed martial arts is not that so much. It's boxing and kickboxing which is so popular, and also the fighters engage themselves because there's been no one organizing mixed martial arts events. So we want to get these fighters and then organize events for them. We're going to start with boxing, kickboxing, then ultimately we shall have mixed martial arts also on board. So that's big fight night. It's about organizing fights for these boys. Then after getting these boys and girls fight, we shall be getting the cream de la cream that we believe that can run in a championship, a ranking championship. UFC is one of those, one championship. Also Bellator.
So we want to introduce a Ugandan version of UFC.
The UFC, yes, we want to have it. I mean, these Americans, they make us feel like for us we're inferior, they're superior, and everything they create is for the world. Also, I may believe if we put this game to the next level, I mean, Uganda can have its own championship right here from Uganda. And the whole thing is we want to export also our own fighters. Like you see, Onama is there fighting the UFC, but he's only one. Nigerians, there's so many in the UFC. We have the people from Cameroon, and there's so many. So we believe he's the champion of the heavyweight, Francis Ngannou, and Adesanya is a champion from Nigeria. You have Kamaru Usman, who just defended this title 2 weekends ago. So we believe Africans, we have the talent, but only that we have some few problems that if we fix them, I mean, we can go so far.
Yes, at the launch we saw you with the president of the Uganda Professional Boxing Commission, that's Sanyu FM.
Yes.
Is that an indicator that probably the idea has been welcomed and embraced by UPBC?
Yeah, absolutely. Because we had this president Uhuru and of the president of UPBC and the CEO of the Kickboxing Federation. I talked to the two of them and understood the vision and the mission. We want to make some millionaires from Uganda, and you cannot make millionaires if they're still into the amateur business. We want to nurture boys and girls from amateur, bring them into professional, so that we're able to organize events and connect them with their fans. Because you cannot make money if you don't have a fan base. So we want to create that a fighter comes into the ring, fights, makes a fan base, and then is able to engage with the fans who literally will pay him back in terms of buying merchandise and paying for the tickets. So it's a whole big plan of making sure these fighters are turned into professionals.
Shaban, at the launch, I saw Mario and team here assembled a ring. It might not be internationally made and stuff like that, they assembled in the same country where we have associations always crying out to governments to buy them a new ring. The rings we have all from the 70s and stuff like that. But that individual decides, I want private government, I want wait for hope, I'm going to set up my own equipment if I want to have my dream success.
Certainly, there are not so many individuals who could do that, but it is a big step in the right direction. If Big Fight Nights is coming up with their own equipment and stuff to ensure that they introduce something that is new to Ugandan sport. And I think it is a very good initiative. I don't know how far it can go, because we have seen a project start and then end midway through through their, what they have told us they are going to achieve. But all in all, for me, I'm happy for them, and I'm looking forward to see what unveils the first time they host the event, and if they can sustain it over a period of time. But the only challenge I think they're going to get is now other federations are going to start coming in and say you are literally trying to steal their like someone is trying to contract boxers.
Oh, he's working with the Uganda Professional Boxing Commission.
That is good. But you wait, Clive. Those federations, one of them being UPF, with their attempts of trying to sign these guys to contracts, they're going to start telling you.
Let's first get something right. By working with Uganda Professional Boxing Commission, that means that if I'm going to be dealing with professional boxers.
Only professional.
We want to deal with professional boxing.
So if you're an amateur boxer and you want to be part of the arrangement, you have to turn into a
We have a few professionals in the country. I mean, how many?
So those are the only ones you're going to be dealing
No, we're going to discuss with these boys. Tell them where we see the whole sport. I mean, tell them if you turn pro, this is what.
Exactly. Now that's what Shaban's argument now makes sense. Because on the other side, where UPF is trying to make boxers sign contracts, there's a certain
clause
promotion.
Well, the whole thing.
And remember, the contract says we decide for you.
I mean, if for those who signed, have no way of engaging them, because they signed with UPF, you know. But the whole thing is, a professional means I'm independent.
So literally, if they sign with UPF, they're out of
no.
Big Night Fight.
They're not out of the big fight night. But the whole thing, you can see, Mayweather has the promotions, and Pacquiao also is independent. So they can organize a fight together. You understand? So it's not about me, this BFN promotions, this is Top Boy promotions. We cannot, we can even organize an event together and we share the.
Yeah, when should we expect the first piece of that?
We're having a press conference in the first week of December to announce which fighters are going to feature in the first event and confirm the dates. However, the first event is scheduled for December. Yes, so in the first week of December, we'll have a press conference after confirming which fighters you're going to use in the first big fight night event, and then things will unfold. After the first event, I mean, Uganda should expect something where we're out of the country.
Exactly. When you say Uganda should expect something out of this world, I know I have the answer, but I want to listen. I mean, how are you planning to make sure every Ugandan and probably every fan of fights is part of this arrangement?
We are going to leverage on digital, and we are going to live stream the event live on Facebook and on YouTube. We also have a website which we shall be embedding the event to, but we shall first use Facebook and YouTube because that's where the masses are, and then with time we shall then roll the whole sport to the website. So Uganda should be sure that they will watch this event live. Yes.
So it's actually a platform that is going to promote Ugandan boxers beyond
To the next
borders.
level. Yes, because someone will ask you, tell me about any professional boxer in the country, Uganda. You look for their records, they're not there. So on the website, we're going to make sure whoever is going to be fighting and participating in the big fight night promotions is going to be profiled. You go on the website, check which fighter is this one, am I in for him or not? Because before you support someone, you have to know his background. Who is he? What is his win and loss ratio? Those are things we're going to be doing, and the information will be readily available on the website so that the fans can really understand who they're supporting.
Amari, I'm going to ask you this question. It's going to sound a little bit lousy because you already said you don't deal with amateurs, but it will make sense for you, I think, a few months from now. Have you engaged UBF in any talks about your initiative?
Yeah. What I did is I engaged the president or myself. I sent him an email with a proposal and everything, and then I also engaged him on WhatsApp because we happen to be sharing some forums. And then he told me they are going to be doing the same thing, of which the same thing is called the Champions League. Now, mine is not just a Champions League. Champions League means champions are fighting. Me, I'm not hosting only champions. Not everyone is a champion. You understand? That
You're hosting
able fighters, those who can entertain the audience, those are saying, no, I want to be a champion. You see, those are the fighters I'm looking for.
So you literally got to go ahead.
It's
His blessing,
it's
if I may call it
Who's
that.
blessing?
If I may call it that. If I may call it that.
No, the whole thing is
That's
this:
the question I
the
asked.
sport
It's not going to
shouldn't
make sense right now. But wait,
the sport shouldn't be about me
Yeah.
or the president of the federation. The
And he
sport
doesn't
should be
know
about
that.
the fighters.
He doesn't know that. Trust me.
Really, I believe he will understand. He understands that. It's the sport is about the
Not
fighters,
the Mohanja.
because without the fighters,
Oh, no,
we don't
all
exist.
of them I've come to know.
But Shabbat, we need to move on. We are discussing sports here.
I know.
There's a message coming in here from Aksan Sekai. It's been a while since, first of all, I last saw this gentleman, but also the last I last heard from him. And he's saying, good morning, Clive. I introduced mixed martial arts in Uganda under Kingdom Fighting Championship, and all fighters were sanctioned by Kickboxing Federation. I'm extremely happy for Omario for pushing the sport further.
That is the spirit.
So this is something, but Aksa, you've not told us why this thing did kick off, because it was introduced sometime back, and we don't have it today. What happens? Probably Mario needs to pick a leap or two for him to know the challenges you face, so that
well,
he knows how to.
I've known all the challenges. The thing is, that's why we went for our own ring. You understand? Because you can't, like what Mulindo did. You have to build a stadium for his team. We have a ring that's readily available. So you don't need to first make calls to someone, tell him, man, we need a ring. No, it's available and ready. We have agreements with the venue, Old Kampala Sports Arena. We have agreements that should be our home. So meaning the ring is there, the home is there. So the only thing we have to work on is with the fighters.
He has actually responded and said, but our sports as the reason that, by the way, here in Kigali, Rwanda, it is the final day of the Africa T20 finals in Rwanda. Of course, Uganda has 2 games to be played today. Uganda will take on Tanzania this morning. This game will have people already. Then later they will play Kenya. If Uganda wins against Tanzania this morning and Kenya also win their morning game, now the afternoon game between Uganda and Kenya will be some sort of a final. Whoever wins qualifies for the global qualifiers. We are trying to qualify for the T20 World Cup that is going to be in Australia next year. But also at the Entebbe Golf Course, Irina Kalembe is in the lead at the 2021 first come out Uganda Ladies Golf Open. Of course, the likes of Massey